Hey friends, Ryan here, and today we're going to be updating you on how much of a slacker I am that I haven't actually done anything or built anything. Oh my god. I don't think I've actually built anything proper, like a new open set, since I was out for Christmas, like 7 months ago now. But there's a reason behind that, and most of it is that I want to get my old stuff that's already built organized before I start building new stuff and adding to it. So we have been working pretty regularly on getting this house in order. Anyone that's a collector of anything really knows how freaking long it takes to reorganize stuff when you move it, especially when you are in a house that was not big enough before and you have to buy new shelves and furniture and everything that's just ridiculously expensive. So obviously I have books, you've seen those in my videos. I have Star Trek stuff, Star Wars stuff, just a bunch of crap, honestly, that is collections. I mean, it's great. It's cool, and we've organized. I've done this clock video, which finally got them all out and in place, and there's some other stuff on all the top of these shelves. And now the books are all alphabetized, and there's some other stuff that's in order, and we're working the Star Trek or Star Wars stuff, which I was going to build some shelves for. UCS sets on the Star Wars stuff, but I think I found an alternate that I'm going to try that's, well, the previous owner left a bunch of shelves in this closet in here for some reason, so I'm going to take those, put them back together, put them in there, and see if they're going to work, so I don't have to buy anything else or build it. It's going to do what Down Under Bricks did for his, but honestly I'm trying not to put so much weight in the upstairs in this house, and those are a lot. Those are heavy if you look at how many pieces are in them. Obviously his are on the ground floor, so that doesn't really matter. Anyway, what really is getting me is the iterative process of moving all this stuff and trying to organize it, because we got this room all organized. We had these tables all set up. We got all the sets organized under the table that are, the backlog. And it looks great. This is where the city was supposed to go. We have all these tables. I set them up that's big enough to put trains on. But we have a problem. We have 5 cats that are 5 little terrors. And when there's a Lego City or Lego anything, as you can see from the helpful hints behind me, occasionally they turn into little Godzillas when there's anything around. So we have Mr. Vincent Nigel Murray. We have Mr. Yukon Cornelius. We have Mr. Arnold J. Rimmer, BSc, SSC. We have the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. And we have Stormageddon, the Dark Lady of All. So what we had to do was try and keep them downstairs. So that was the plan. We bought a baby gate, and we set this room up, like I said, to put all this stuff in here, which was great, and it worked for a while. However, the first time Lunchbox and I were both up here after we put that gate up, they climbed it and climbed the railing overlooking downstairs, and it's terrifying. And after they figured out they could do that, they were up here all the time, regardless of whether the gate was up. So that kind of shat in that cereal. So this other room in here, the theater room, was meant to be like the parts storage area and the build area, so I could leave everything in there, and like if I'm building a set that's going to take forever, I can either leave it overnight or through the week and come back to it the next weekend, which would be great. I never got to do that at the other house because I guess at that time we only had 3 little terrors. The redheads we got later, about when we moved in here a couple weeks before. But so the current plan is to move everything from behind me, all these tables and all this backlog, in the theater room, and move all that crap out here, which involves taking tables apart. I think these white ones will fit through the door, but those build tables in there will not. So I got to take them back apart. Then we got to move all the city stuff out of the way, put the tables in there, and put it on top of there. And then finish unpacking that. And then we got to organize all the extra parts, and all my space sets are in a giant pile in here. And so it's just taking forever, and it's like when we ever feel like we're getting done, there's just something like this that comes up. But we wanted to, I thought about putting a city in there originally, but honestly, there's about twice as much room out here versus in there, so we'll just have to do a better job, I guess, of consolidating. But anyway, and then when we're not up here, they do get up here, but they are not as crazy. But they do freak out when we're both up here and they're not. Anyway, that's where we are right now. The Star Wars room is just about done. Once I get those shelves I was talking about assembled, I can start putting everything in there and unpacking the final 10 or 12 sets that are ready to just be slapped on the shelves. Then we have to put the actual shelf inserts on the shelves and organize the ones that are in there, the sets that are in there. That one honestly won't take too long. The Star Trek room is about done. This room is pretty much done as far as everything except all these tables and stuff we need to move around. The clocks need a little bit more organization, but honestly, if I don't get to it forever, they're fine. They look pretty cute. And I actually got one or two since that last update I did on them. Anyway, and I keep getting distracted with all this arcade stuff. So anyway, that's why it's been so long since we've made Lego videos. But we're getting around to it. Oh, and another thing is, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. All these posters back here. Pile's actually pretty small, but I figured, you know, I'm almost 40. I'm an adult. I should put my posters in frames. So there's some, I guess you can't kind of see them back over there somewhere. There's some in frames, and there's some right here in frames. But the problem is everybody's bored and they're doing the same thing, so you can't find any damn frames at Walmart. Anyway, or Target, but the ones at Walmart are like $4 for a poster frame, $5, $8, I don't remember, but the various ones are different costs. But you can't order them, you can't get them in stores, they're all sold out. So that's another thing we gotta wait on, but we'll get there. We're slowly but surely moving along. I can't wait to start building again, because honestly, you see this giant backlog that I showed. So anyway, I'm rambling now. Let me know what you think. Do you have this problem? And we'll go from there. I appreciate you watching. Keep it real. Stay with me. We'll get back to it hopefully soon.